I only had 4 days to make the most of Patagonia. That's not a lot of time for a place so big. And then add to that the notoriously brutal weather, plus so many unique things to do. And what you get is me in a state of decision paralysis every single time I open up the computer to research and book activities for this trip. Because the fear of making a bad decision and the fear of losing money, crippling. Patagonia is not a regular vacation for me. I've spent so many years daydreaming about this one. So many months actually physically training just in case the time came. And then now everything's finally in alignment and it's actually happening. So the nerves, they're 100% present because again, this is far, this is expensive. It's not happening again anytime soon. I need everything to work out well. Please don't be hard. Please don't be hard. Please don't be hard. That's all I can think the very first morning I'm waking up in Puerto Natales. Today is the Base Las Torres hike, the number one thing I'm looking forward to on this trip.
If somebody needs the washroom, it's the natural forest there, so you can use.
Awesome, I got that in recording.
Yeah.
Trouble is, I woke up with not a single ounce of mental strength. Immediately, it's 100% faith in the weather and 0% faith in my mental strength. And I know, yes, the weather in Patagonia is known to change very quickly. But right now, the weather looks like a perfect Caribbean summer day. So it's easier for me to trust that than my mental strength. Now, why would you do that? Holy crap, that's pretty. I know my endurance is good. I know I've been training to improve my cardio. And I know I genuinely like climbing rocks. Just please don't be as steep as everybody says it is. To my delight, the weather behaves all morning long. Not a drop of rain, absolutely no wind, and you can pretty much say no clouds either. So somehow this ends up being one of the easiest, most enjoyable hikes I've ever done. And I'm still so shocked because I've never had such good luck before. But standing there, looking at the towers in complete shock and disbelief, I know it's not done because the weather can still change. This is still Patagonia. Anything can still happen. Could be right now, could be an hour from now. So I'm just super grateful for the little piece of luck, and I am moving forward with a very cautious optimism. That's that mate. After the Towers hike, I have a choice: another physically demanding day or something more relaxing. And thankfully, I had the sense to choose something more relaxing because little did I realize all the fatigue from yesterday's hike was gonna hit me like an absolute truck. Waking up to nice weather again today is such a huge relief. Doesn't look like there's a cancellation or rescheduling in the forecast, so cheers to not wasting a day. Today, your girl's going cruising on a fjord. Gonna see glaciers, waterfalls, gorgeous mountains, sea lions, and have traditional Patagonian lamb for lunch at a finca. We didn't just get to taste Patagonian lamb for lunch. We also got to taste the brutal cold too. The same brutal cold that had everyone alternating between going outside to get photos and then coming back in to make sure they can still feel their toes. To me, this boat tour was the perfect option since I was crunched for time. Can't do a full day at a finca? Well, I can at least do lunch at one. And plus we get to disembark to see Serrano Glacier up close. Perfect, absolutely perfect. The perfect Patagonian sampler is what I'd call it. And the fatigue I mentioned earlier, I have never been more grateful for having tables on a boat. Day 4, another early morning and another opportunity for Patagonia to humble me. The second biggest thing I've been wanting to see on this trip is the peaks of Los Cuernos. And since I was already having such good luck, why not just be delusional and add a puma to the wish list? I would love to see a puma. At this point, it's already been good weather for the boat tour, good weather for the hike. Me and Patagonia are best friends, okay? Why not just be delusional? So my group and I, we head out on our day to explore Torres del Paine. And as we were exploring the park, I noticed, actually, wait, I think the luck might be running out. Because clouds start appearing little by little. Wow. And by the time we get to the viewpoint for Los Cuernos, it's nothing but last minute luck to catch a good unobstructed view of the peaks. The lake's not its most turquoise and the sky's not blue above it, but I get to see it anyhow. I get to see it in its full glory and I'm still happy about it. The puma though, Patagonia said, girl child, you ask me for too much, you're gonna need to come back for that. And then there's one part of the trip that I actually haven't spoken about yet. The very first day in Patagonia and Puerto Natales itself. One of my least favorite things when traveling is to go to a place, do all the touristic activities, have the time of my life, and then just leave without actually seeing the place that I stayed in. The place is part of the experience too. Puerto Natales is part of the Patagonian experience. But at the same time, there honestly was a side of me too that really tried so hard to squeeze another activity into that very first day. But as it turns out, I am so very happy because from that day comes one of my very special memories of Chile and Patagonia. And all I did that day was walk around Puerto Natales, taking in the style of the houses the people live in, the children leaving school on a regular day in the week, a woman going about her errands, another local girl just on a dock enjoying her music in temperatures I would never be outside just chilling in. Imagine growing up in remote Patagonia. That must make for such fascinating stories, I find. Stories that I know I can't even begin to imagine, but I am so very happy that I allowed myself the opportunity to at least get that one little glimpse into it. That's actually one of my very special memories of Patagonia, Chilean Patagonia. If you enjoyed the story, thanks very much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.